Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, where we unlock your potential to grow, succeed, and live your best life. Today, we're diving into a book that has transformed millions of lives around the world. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Before we begin, let me ask you something. Do you feel stuck, unable to move toward your dreams? Do you want to make a big change but don't know where to start? If your answer is yes, then you're in the right place. Today's video isn't just about a book. It's about a roadmap to success, happiness, and transformation. Let me say this up front. Atomic Habits isn't about doing big, grand things all at once. It's about the small, seemingly insignificant steps you take every day, and how those steps lead to monumental changes over time. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you're ready to take charge of your life. Let's dive in. Part 1. The Big Idea. Small habits, big changes. At the core of Atomic Habits is a revolutionary idea. Tiny habits have massive power. Think about this. Imagine a plane leaving New York, heading to Los Angeles. If the pilot changes the plane's course by just 1 degree, you won't notice the difference at first. But by the time the plane reaches the other side of the country, it'll end up in a completely different city. Now apply this to your life. One small habit, done consistently, can completely transform your destination. James Clear explains that you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. That means if your daily habits don't align with your dreams, you'll never reach them, no matter how big your goals are. The compound effect of habits. Let's talk about something magical, the compound effect. If you improve just 1% every day, by the end of 1 year, you'll be 37 times better. On the flip side, if you let yourself get 1% worse every day, you'll lose almost everything. Here's a practical example. Want to learn English? Start by learning just 1 word a day. Want to get healthier? Replace 1 sugary drink with water. At first, these changes might seem too small to matter, but over time, they snowball into extraordinary results. Here's where the book gets truly powerful. To change your habits, you need to change your identity. James Clear says, "Every action you take is a vote for the person you wish to become." Instead of saying, "I want to lose weight," say, "I'm a healthy person." Instead of saying, "I want to learn English," say, "I'm someone who practices English every day." When you change how you see yourself, your habits will naturally follow. Think about the greatest athletes, artists, or entrepreneurs. None of them became successful overnight. They built their success one small habit at a time. Michael Phelps, the Olympic swimmer, didn't win 23 gold medals because of one big effort. He practiced every single day, even on Christmas. His habits made him unstoppable. Now think about your own life. What small, consistent action can you take today? This book isn't just about theory. It's about real, practical change. Whether you're trying to learn English, get healthier, or achieve any goal, the principles of Atomic Habits apply to you. Here's a quick exercise. Write down 1 habit you want to start. Make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Start today. Part 2. The Habit Loop. The 4 stages of habits. Have you ever wondered why some habits stick while others fade away? James Clear breaks it down into a simple yet powerful framework called the habit loop. Let me explain it in the easiest way possible. The habit loop. The 4 stages of habits. Every habit, whether good or bad, follows the same pattern. 1. Cue 2. Craving 3. Response 4. Reward. Let's break this down with examples so it's crystal clear. 1. Cue, the trigger that starts everything. A cue is what grabs your attention. It's the starting point of every habit. For example, you feel your phone vibrate. Cue. You see a donut on the table. Cue. You smell coffee in the morning. Cue. Cues can be sights, sounds, smells, or even emotions. They remind your brain to take action. 2. Craving, the desire for change. After the cue, you feel a craving. This is your brain saying, I want something. The phone vibrates. You crave to know who messaged you. You see the donut, you crave the sweet taste. You smell coffee, you crave the energy boost. But here's the truth. You don't actually crave the thing. You crave the feeling it gives you. 3. Response, the action you take. The response is what you do next. It's the habit itself. You pick up your phone and check the message. You grab the donut and take a bite. You pour a cup of coffee and drink it. 4. Reward, the satisfaction. You feel, finally, there's the reward. This is why habits stick. Your brain gets a little burst of pleasure and it remembers, that felt good, let's do it again. The message makes you feel connected. The donut tastes amazing. The coffee wakes you up. This loop repeats over and over until the habit becomes automatic. Now that you understand the habit loop, let's talk about how to use it to build good habits and break bad ones. To build a good habit, you need to 1. Make the cue obvious. For example, put your workout clothes where you can see them. 2. Make the craving attractive. For example, imagine how great you'll feel after exercising. 3. Make the response easy. For example, start with just 5 minutes of exercise. 4. Make the reward satisfying. For example, celebrate by ticking off a checklist or enjoying a healthy snack. To break a bad habit, do the opposite. 1. Make the cue invisible. For example, keep junk food out of sight. 2. Make the craving unattractive. For example, remind yourself of the negative effects of eating unhealthy food. 3. Make the response difficult. For example, don't buy the junk food in the first place. James Clear emphasizes this. Your environment has a huge impact on your habits. Think about it. If your room is messy, it's harder to focus. If your kitchen is full of chips and cookies, it's harder to eat healthy. But if your surroundings encourage good habits, they happen almost automatically. Example. Imagine 2 people trying to quit smoking. One keeps cigarettes in their house, thinking they'll use willpower to resist. The other removes all cigarettes from their home and avoids places where people smoke. Who do you think is more likely to succeed? It's obvious, right? Your environment shapes your habits far more than your motivation. James Clear calls small wins evidence of progress. Let's say you want to learn English. Day 1. You learn 1 word. Day 2. You learn another word. By the end of the week, you know 7 new words. It might feel slow, but these small wins are proof that you're improving. They motivate you to keep going. Remember, habits are not about perfection. They're about progress. One of the most brilliant techniques from the book is called habit stacking. This means attaching a new habit to something you already do. For example, after I brush my teeth, I will practice 1 English sentence. After I pour my morning coffee, I will write down 1 goal for the day. Habit stacking works because it uses existing routines to build new ones. Every action you take, no matter how small, is a vote for the person you want to become. Imagine yourself in 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years. Who do you want to be? The answer starts with what you do today. Even if you stumble, even if you fail, it's okay. The key is to keep going. Every small habit you build is like planting a seed. With time, those seeds grow into a forest of success. Part 3. The power of identity. Becoming the person you want to be. Most people start with goals when they want to change. They say, I want to lose weight. I want to learn English. I want to save money. But James Clear explains that focusing only on goals is a mistake. Why? Because goals are about what you want to achieve, but identity is about who you want to become. Here's the difference. Goal, I want to run a marathon. Identity, I am a runner. Goal, I want to speak fluent English. Identity, I'm a confident English speaker. When you focus on your identity, your habits become a natural part of who you are. How to change your identity. Step by step. Changing your identity isn't magic. It's a process. Step 1. Decide the person you want to be. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to become? What values do I want to live by? For example, if you want to be healthy, decide to be the kind of person who prioritizes fitness and good food. If you want to be fluent in English, decide to be the kind of person who practices speaking and learning every day. Step 2. Prove it with small wins. Identity is not something you change overnight. It's something you build through actions. Every time you act in alignment with your identity, you strengthen it. Example, when you exercise, you're proving, I am a healthy person. When you study one English sentence, you're proving, I am a learner. When you save money instead of spending, you're proving, I am responsible. Each small action is like adding a brick to the foundation of your new identity. Becoming your future self. James Clear shares a powerful idea. The habits you follow today are shaping the person you'll be tomorrow. Think about it. If you watch TV every night, you're becoming someone who values entertainment over growth. If you read a book for 15 minutes every night, you're becoming someone who values knowledge. Here's the truth. Your future self is just the result of the habits you repeat every single day. Let's use an example. Imagine two people trying to learn English. Person A studies for 10 minutes every day. Person B studies for 1 hour one day but skips the next 5 days. Who will improve faster? The one who stays consistent. Why? Because small actions, done consistently, add up over time. Focus on the system, not the outcome. James Clear teaches that successful people focus on their systems, not just their goals. What does this mean? Example. If your goal is to lose 10 kilograms, that's the outcome. Your system is eating healthy, exercising, and staying consistent. When you focus on the system, the outcome will follow naturally. Why big changes come from small habits. Many people think they need to make big changes to see results, but that's not true. The key to success is mastering small, consistent habits. Example. Learning just 5 new words a day might seem small, but in 1 month, that's 150 words. In a year, it's 1,800 words. Small habits may not give you instant results, but they build momentum. The role of patience in habit building. Here's a powerful lesson from the book. Success requires patience. Example. Imagine a bamboo tree. For the first 5 years, it barely grows. But in the 6th year, it can grow over 80 feet in just a few weeks. Why? Because during those 5 years, it was building strong roots underground. Your habits are like those roots. Even if you don't see results right away, trust the process. You don't have to wait to become the person you want to be. You can start right now with small actions. Each time you show up, you're proving to yourself that change is possible. One of the most powerful ideas in the book is the 2-minute rule. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes. This rule works because starting is the hardest part. Once you begin, it's easier to keep going. Want to meditate? Sit down and take one deep breath. Want to write a journal? Open your notebook and write one sentence. Starting small removes the pressure and builds consistency. Part 4. The Secrets to Long-Lasting Habits and a Better Life. Welcome to the final part of this journey through atomic habits, where we'll uncover the ultimate keys to making habits last a lifetime and transforming your future. This is the most important part because this isn't just about starting habits. It's about keeping them alive and thriving, no matter what challenges life throws your way. James Clear says, "True behavior change is identity change." This is where many people go wrong. They focus on what they want to achieve, but not on who they want to become. Example: imagine someone who wants to be a writer. If they think, "I'm not a writer yet," they might procrastinate or feel unmotivated. But if they believe, "I am a writer," they'll find joy in writing every day, even if it's just a single page. And always remember a truth that will set you free. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep moving forward. There will be days when you fail, days when you skip a workout, forget to practice English, or fall back into old habits. That's okay. What matters is what you do next. James Clear calls this the 2-day rule. Never skip a habit 2 days in a row. If you miss one day, don't feel guilty. If you miss 2, you risk losing momentum. Example: if you skip your morning run today, make sure you go for a short walk tomorrow. If you forget to review English vocabulary, set aside 5 minutes the next day. Success is not about being perfect. It's about showing up, even when it's hard. How to overcome setbacks. Let's be real, life is unpredictable. You might get sick, have a busy week at work, or face unexpected challenges. Setbacks are inevitable, but they don't have to stop you. Here's how to bounce back. 1. Be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up for failing. Instead, reflect on what went wrong and how you can improve. 2. Recommit. Remind yourself why you started in the first place. What's the bigger purpose behind your habits? 3. Start small. Again, if you've fallen off track, go back to the basics. Restart with the smallest version of your habit. James Clear reminds us that success is not about luck or talent. It's about your habits. This book is more than a guide. It's a life-changing philosophy. It teaches us that greatness doesn't come from one big moment. It comes from the small, consistent actions we take every day. Now, as we come to the end of this journey, I want you to remember something very important. You are capable of creating the life you want. Every day, you have the power to make small choices that lead to big changes. You don't have to wait for a perfect moment or for everything to be just right. The best time to start is right now. Small actions done every single day will take you farther than you think. You might not see the big changes right away, but just like compound interest, your efforts will grow stronger and more powerful as time goes on. Keep showing up, keep being consistent, and keep believing in yourself. No dream is too big. All it takes is a single step, one small habit at a time, and you will be amazed at how far you can go. So take that first step today. Keep moving forward no matter how small the progress may seem. And remember, you are building the future you've always wanted, one habit at a time. As James Clear says, you don't have to be the victim of your habits. You can be the architect of your future. So, what's the first habit you'll work on today? Whatever it is, start small, stay consistent, and watch your life transform. Thank you for being a part of this journey. You have everything you need to succeed. Now go out there and create the best version of yourself.